In this video, I'm going to share the one skill that I had to learn the hard way after starting 5 of my own businesses and spending almost a decade in Silicon Valley's biggest tech companies. I personally believe this is the main driver for revenue in any business, from software to plumbing to home cleaning to vending machine, literally anything. And it's a skill that you can learn even if you've never started your own business or want to start your own business. And is backed by millionaire entrepreneurs who I really respect, like Noah Kagan and Alex Hormozi. But first, let me show you what life was like before I learned this skill. A couple years ago, I went on a journey and was trying to find passive income. I was trying to find ways to generate passive income for myself outside of my job, to learn more about business and things that I could do to generate wealth passively. Now, there's a lot of gurus out there, and one of them that I really liked her approach was Cody Sanchez, and I think what she has to say is really valuable. But one of her passive income approaches is starting a vending machine or ice vending business. And the napkin math made a lot of sense. You put an ice vending machine near a beach or a location, and people drive by it who need ice and purchase ice. Well, after partnering with my best friend, starting a company, investing $10,000 to $30,000, getting it all set up, hiring contractors, negotiating contracts, all of this mess, the math wasn't mathing. I think we started making maybe $100 a month, and our rent was $300 a month. Why? So it makes sense, right? Like logically, you set up a vending machine, people pass by it, people buy shit, right? Well, that's a common misconception in business. If I put the thing that I think people want in front of them, they'll buy it. That's not true. Now, what could I have done? I could have, but this doesn't just parallel vending machines and ice machine businesses. This parallels software and SaaS businesses as well, or honestly, any business. And I'll share another story with you. I have a buddy who got investment, has a really good idea. I would buy the product, but he started writing code, started hiring people, went full-time, which is awesome, but is now struggling with finding product market fit and who actually wants to buy this. Is it B2B SaaS companies? Is it offshore staffing companies? So you're a couple $100,000 in the hole, needing to raise another round, but and trying to figure out who's going to buy this thing. That sucks. Spending $30,000 on a fucking vending machine sucks. I want passive income. The math made sense that I would make $1,000 a month, maybe $500 a month at least. Just break even. I don't care. I don't want to be losing money. But that wasn't even that big of an investment. People are spending hundreds of thousands of dollars building software that they think that if I build it, they will come. And sometimes it works, but for 99% of the cases that I've seen in the real world, it doesn't. Now, you don't want to be in that position, spending a ton of money, needing it to work, already being invested, forcing it to work. So let's take a look at what the other side of this looks like when you plan well and execute on an idea that's validated and good. But first I need to break down kind of like what I think is the core pillars of business. And so you have, in my opinion, 4 pillars. So you have offers, so you have an offer, you have leads to the offer, you have sales of that offer, and then you have fulfillment of that offer. That is how all businesses work. But for this video, I'm just going to focus on the first part of that, which is just offer and leads, because if you can't nail that, sales and fulfillment don't even really matter. Not too long ago, I started my own tech company in an industry that no one really wanted to touch, but I wanted to solve my own problem. Now, I knew I would buy it, but before I have been a software engineer for almost 10 years, I can build my own software. I have people that can help me. I know what questions to ask. That wasn't the problem. My problem was making sure that me spending all this time was going to result in a company that could keep going and that people would actually want to buy it, because without a good offer, you have no leads, which means I can't make sales. So I'm trying to nail those first 2 points. So I went out to this industry in the combat sports space, and I started playing with the idea of a niche down Eventbrite for this space, for combat athletes to run their seminar business. So I reached out to I'm in the community. I reached out to every contact I had, influencers, non-influencers, and I'm like, if I build this will you purchase it? And will this improve your experience? I wanted to validate, do you have the same amount of pain that I have and that this bothers you? Because I could just be the outlier super fan and there's not enough of me. And are they willing to pay for the thing? And I got a ton of really good feedback and validation that this was something that would be fruitful. I probably should have done more validation, but it worked out because I had partnered with celebrities in this space like Craig Jones, who is an influencer, and this kind of gets into influencer marketing, where if I could convince that person to run their business on my platform, that they would bring their customers with them, and I would be the essentially tech middleman to move forward. So after that point, we had a couple handshake agreements with some different athletes, and I started building the software with all of my time. So there's, I think, one main lesson to take away from this, and it's something I've learned from a legendary copywriter named Gary Halbert. And when people ask him, oh, how does your copy sell so many products, regardless of industry? And he made a great point that I think is relevant to the situation. It's, he can sell anything as long as you have a hungry crowd. It doesn't matter if you're selling hamburgers or you're selling tacos. It doesn't matter. People's food preferences change. As long as you have a hungry crowd lined up. In my software example, when I was going out to these people asking if they would partner with me on my software as a service, it was called ArtistMat. I had enough validation to start building it, which is a good step. But honestly, looking back, I should have made sure the crowd was hungry. The reason why that software didn't take off was, or I didn't put more time into it, was after 1 or 2 years of running seminars for people like Craig Jones and helping build the software. 1, COVID happened, so events essentially stopped and I decided to pull the plug. But 2, the people in the combat industry space didn't have enough pain that I didn't have a hungry crowd. I convinced them that they needed this thing, but honestly, like, people in that space don't really want what I was selling. So I really don't think it would have gone that much better. I think I would have gotten some momentum, but I don't think this would have taken off in the way that I had hoped, which is fine. And I've tried this in starting other businesses just to learn more about business and selling. Service-based businesses, remote home service businesses, software businesses, vending machine businesses, and a couple more that I'm not going to get into. But regardless of the industry, this works. So back to our business equation of offer and leads before sales. Business, if you're starting a business that's not something that is a household need, plumbing, home cleaning, electrician, accountant, lawyer, you're going to need to go out and pre-sell that idea. And it might take some time, right? You might need to finesse. The offer might crush it, but you might need to reframe the value of the offer. For example, you could sell weight loss, but hey, I'll help you lose weight. That's not powerful. What is powerful is, which is in $100 million offers from Alex Hormozi, is result in time. I'll help you lose the last 10 pounds in 30 days. Okay, now we're talking. This is another reason people like Alex Hormozi recommend starting a service-based business. You've worked on skills, just sell them. Like, there's really no upfront investment except for starting your company and running some ads. But that's very different than starting a tech company where you need to invest $150,000. So what is the minimum amount of deliverable that you can use to go pre-sell? Is that just an email opt-in list? Is that a Google Doc and a Zoom account and a Stripe hookup? I have friends on the internet making more than $500,000 a year on Google Docs by selling things. Like, you don't need all this fancy tech everything. So distill your idea down into, can you use a Google Sheet? Can you solve the problem? Can you sell, let's say I wanted this tech company like Airbnb. We'll use that as an example. And I want to validate that I can connect people that want Airbnbs and hosts that want to host. I don't need a technology to do that. I just need to go on Craigslist and start facilitating or privately booking these things for people. Then once I've collected the information, I have confidence that I can start building the technology behind that without worrying about wasting my investment or no one wanting this thing. So with my to bring it home with my vending machine example, or the ice machine, something that I should have done is just shown up to that location with a bag of ice and sat there for 2 days and seen how many could I sell. Just, that's it. I would have saved so much money and so much, more importantly, my time. Like I explained with having a software business. Sell it with the tools that you can stitch together. And if it's an offline business, you can validate this idea just by hanging out in a location to see if people will purchase before you invest in the location. If I wanted to open up a hair salon, I might hang out in the shopping center and just give out flyers or say $5 haircuts or something and see how many people I get. Maybe no one in that shopping center is interested in getting a haircut for whatever reason. You could be in a medical building. People don't want to get haircuts. I have no idea. But it's a way to validate your idea before time, money, and headaches. So with all of this being said, from my experience in Silicon Valley, starting 5 of my own businesses, failing, I highly recommend learning the skill of pre-selling and pre-validation of your idea before investing in hiring a software engineer, hiring a CTO, whatever that is. It will save you so much time, so much heartache, and you'll be able to validate your ideas faster so that, maybe it's not the first idea, but it's the 5th, and you need to be able to get from first iteration to 5th as fast as possible. So the foundation of this skill is learning how to sell and then learning how to validate your idea with already built tools on the internet. No code, Google Docs, Google Sheets, anything, so that you can stitch them together to say, I have an idea that people are worth paying for. I can move forward. And the last point I'll make on this is this kind of pre-selling or pre-validation of idea helps you figure out profit margins early on. Myself included, and I know I've been talking to a lot of people in Facebook groups that are having this issue, is they spend all this time and money building the software. They have traffic, so they have the offer and they have the leads, but the profit margins just don't make sense at scale. So I saw someone online say that they'd been working on this project for a year and they have like 1,000 users and they made $20. Okay, well, you're either selling the wrong thing or you're selling the right thing to the wrong people, or it's one of those things that you need to figure out. But pre-selling would help you figure that out pretty quickly. And that's not a position you want to be in. 100,000 in the hole and your profit margin on 1,000 users is $20. So now I need 50x, not even a million X that to even make some real money. If you like this video, I recently did a video on 4 lessons we can learn from Alex Hormozi's software fail from my perspective as a software engineer in Silicon Valley for the last decade, and how to de-risk your software business by following kind of my core principles to help you make better decisions when starting your software business before you even get started. So check it out. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please like, comment, let me know if you like this video. I'll make more of them. And if you have any questions, please let me know. Thanks for watching.